Yeah, Las Médulas is this gold mine that the Romans, I guess, created, as we've been talking about, with huge amounts of manpower, up in the north of Spain. What was really fascinating for me was the way they mined this, and I didn't know that the Romans did this. I didn't know that this was even a thing. Ruina Montium, which translated means wrecking of the mountain. When you're going into the earth for its resources, it is destructive. Today we use explosives, but then they use the power of water to break open, to wreck the mountain, Ruina Montium. And it's just an incredibly clever use of water to do this, again, to rescape the world, the planet. It relies on something called Pascal's law, whereby within a closed system like that, it's how hydraulics work. Within a closed system, a pressure exerted on that fluid, on that water at one point, will be felt at every point throughout that system. And the way they did that, you'd kind of start at the top and you dig down, and you dig this network of small tunnels and passageways down into the mountain, and to the point where you almost get like this, like a Christmas tree of tunnels. By doing that, initially you are weakening the strength of that mountain structure. You're weakening the strength of the mountain. So that whole mountainside, and we are talking like big mountainsides here, that's been weakened already. Further up in that mountain range, they would collect a load of water from streams and rainfall and snow melt. They would collect all that, and that's at a higher altitude to where they were already. And then they'd build a series of canals to bring all of that water down to the site where they're trying to break open these mountains. And then when they're ready, when they dug out all these Christmas trees, the water would be released down through these canals, down through the channels, and then into the top of this Christmas tree, and it would flood the inside of the mountain. It would flood all of these tunnels. And I've read two different reasons why that would break apart. One is the sheer force of that rush of water coming down and hitting an end. So there's that impact of the water because it would be released suddenly. But then it's also about the hydrostatic pressure that would build up inside that mountain. So you're filling the water, and you're filling this Christmas tree, and you filled it right to the top. So all those nooks and crannies have been filled with water. At the top end of that Christmas tree, you've got the weight of all this water above that was still up in the mountainsides. It was the weight of all that water above it that was then be felt within the mountainside that was trying to contain that water. And there's a point where the strength of the mountain keeping itself together is overcome by that hydrostatic pressure, and the whole thing just blow apart. And all these great big rocks and stuff would then be washed away by the water down, and then that's where they would collect and start to process smaller chunks of the mountainside to be able to find the gold and the gold ore.